everyone, welcome back. Today we're reviewing the brand new Punch Signature. This is just hitting the shelves this week, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. This is the band is interesting in itself. It sort of harkens back to an older age, but you have Mr. Punch seen in one part of the band. I guess that would be technically the back. Now, this cigar uses an Ecuadorian Corojo wrapper. The binder is proprietary Connecticut Habano leaf, and the filler is from the Dominican and Nicaragua. As I said, this just started shipping to retailers this week, and it will be available in 4 sizes. The Robusto, which we'll be reviewing today, 5x54. The Gigante 6x60, the Rothschild 4.5x50, and the Torpedo 5.75x52. Price point is, looks like it ranges from $5.39 for the Rothschild up to $7.39 for the Gigante. So it's not too bad. These are blended by master blender Agustin Garcia, and started the development of the blend started in 2012. So let's hope his hard work is all pays off. So let's give the Punch Signature Robusto a try. It's really a pretty wrapper, a reddish brown, very dense feeling too. That usually leads to a long burn. We'll see. Oh yeah, very good draw. It even looks, it just looks dense when you cut that end. Sort of getting a licorice cedar combination. It's a lot of sweetness there. There's quite a bit of coffee and earthiness at the base. The pepper does appear to be a black pepper at about an 8. It's really kind of hanging on quite a bit. The finish has a lot of at this early stage has a lot of influence of that licorice on the finish, with a lot of lingering black pepper. So that's sort of how it's starting. I really imagine it'll change from that, but that's my first impressionable taste that I get. So let's see where we go from here. I'm only about a ½ inch in. It's a very, very humid day here today, and the burn is a little off, but I'm thinking it'll self-correct. Not a big deal at this point. Flavor is about like I described, cedar and licorice. Now, the cedar and or licorice have some butteriness to them, giving it a little richness. The black pepper that I said was lingering on the finish. After you get into the cigar a while, you'll see what I mean. It is very tingly, very explosive. It's a lot of lingering black pepper on the finish. Finish now has gone away from the licorice flavor to more of a cream. As happens with many cigars, the initial light up and where it settles down in a 3/4 of an inch can vary. So that's more in line with what I would think it would be, is a nice sweet cream with a ton, underline the word ton, a ton of lingering black pepper. I would call the cigar medium, and it's going to rapidly change to going medium to full, I believe. But right now I would call it medium, leaning heavily toward medium to full. Oh, good inch in, maybe just over, and the burn is improving. I knew it would. The licorice notes are starting to move into the background, down around where the coffee will be. So they make a nice low-level sweetness, but the cedar is still very buttery, sweet, and rich. Touch of brown sugar now giving it some added sweetness. The cigar is very close to medium to full body. It has that feel. Finish is about the same, but the aside from the nice buttery cedar and the front end flavors, the brown sugar, the licorice, the star of this cigar is the lingering black pepper. You cannot escape it. It is very nice. If you like lingering black pepper, this is very, very much up your alley. So you might want to make a note of that as we go along. As you can tell from the time, it is going to be a slow burning cigar. We're already over 30 minutes in, and I'm only an inch or so in, so it's going to be a long cigar. At or just past the midpoint, the licorice flavors are still very subtle down around the coffee notes, and the cedar is still very sweet, has some butteriness. Might have tailed off on the butteriness just a tad, and brown sugar. Cigar is full bodied now. I would call it full bodied all the way, and the finish is about the same. So that's really the only change, is it has really reached full bodied status at about the midpoint. Well, I'm down to the end, so let's wrap it up. As you can see, you'll get a lot of mileage out of this Robusto. Over an hour and a half. That's a lot of time. Now the flavors here at the end are still have your sweet cedar. Has a little bit of the butteriness, has a little bit of almost like a toasted buttery note. The licorice is gone entirely, and the pepper is still very good, especially on the finish. Brown sugar on the front end also. Full bodied. It's kind of the long and the short of it. It's a very good cigar. For this punch edition, the signature, actually it's probably one of the better punch cigars I've ever had. And price point isn't bad, and it's on shelves now, so look for them. Just came out this week. All in all, I'm rating it at 92. I very much enjoyed this cigar, and it is very slow burning. I can only guess what the 6x60 would time out at, but if it's similar to this one, you'll get a long smoke out of it. Hour and a half out of Robusto, you know, do the math. But that's kind of long and short of it. There you have it. The Punch Signature Robusto 92 and on shelves now.